By the way, you posted the most ginormous alcoholic drink I've ever seen in my life. Did you all see? What was that?
It
like
was
the
called,
green monster?
It was called BAM.
What should be? Yeah. I bet you were a little bammed after that. Good
It was
Lord.
called BAM.
Was it good?
It was so good, but Mom, I didn't drink it all.
Liar,
Yeah.
liar.
Only 3/4.
She's lying.
I am.
Go
it
to
was so
Go
good.
to her Facebook page and this thing. I've never seen a bigger drink in my life.
I mean, I just didn't know it was that big. But anyway, I don't want to steal your thunder.
Well, no, just say the picture. It was the angle of the picture.
No, it was really that big.
Okay, good. All right, guys. So, well, yeah, this sounded really big. Yeah, Aaron was giving us a sneak peek. He was just teasing you while he was testing it out. This is the famous Bose speaker system. Guys, I have this at home. It literally has saved my marriage. And I'm not exaggerating. My husband, he was in the Army for a long time. He would not wear the right headgear, and he was a part of the artillery group for a very long time. Needless to say, I love him to death, but his hearing's gone to poop, right? And we would literally, guys, it would get so bad, I would almost be in tears because he'd have the TV up so loud. And one day, I was literally up at QVC's headquarters because of the hurricane, and we were selling a Bose Soundbar. Now, I got an older model, so this is much more upgraded. And when they said to me that this bar could actually isolate the audio, the people talking, and make it much richer and much clearer, I bought it instantly. And I'm telling you, to this day, not only is it everything we love about watching football games, and we watch musicals, and we watch all of our favorite shows, and Star Wars, and all those kind of things have great music and great sound, but now the audio is so clear, we're not battling anymore in our household. And Aaron, I'm not being extreme about that. I know I'm a little crazy and I talk a lot, but it was getting so horrible, I would have to go to another room because the volume was so brutally loud to me because he couldn't hear.
I hate to tell you that I am the one that is becoming more and more like Craig in my relationship. Like, what did he just say? What did they just say on the? What did they say on the TV? Can we rewind it? Or this is what really ticks them off. Do you mind if I turn the captions on? And they're always like, yeah, I don't want to watch the captions. I want to listen to the movie, but I want to hear it more clearly. I've been a professional musician my whole life since I was 15 years old. Been in a lot of loud music situations. I think I have a pretty good ear for sound. Nobody does it better than Bose.
No
you know,
kidding.
I'm not the only one that thinks that. The world leader in sound is Bose. If you go to the Sistine Chapel, you hear everything through Bose speakers. If you go to Madison Square Gardens, you hear everything through Bose speakers. If you go to the moon, literally NASA astronauts use Bose speakers. If you go play football for the NFL, you'll see on the sidelines, the coaches are all wearing Bose equipment. It's the best sound in the world. And this soundbar, so I have never, ever done this soundbar at this low of a price. The last time I sold it was maybe 4 or 6 weeks ago. It was $30 more just 4 or 6 weeks ago.
And the original price was $449.99.
That's what it should be.
So tonight, to add to your point, lowest price we've ever done. This has a ton more features than the one I bought. I'll tell you when it was. It was last October because that's when the hurricanes hit, and that's when I bought my Bose. So just a year later, you have so many more features on here than even I got, and yet we're at the best value we've ever done. Guys, get this. We've also added free shipping tonight, and of course you have FlexPay. You can get this home for $50 with free shipping and try it yourself. I will 99.9% guarantee you it ain't coming back.
Right.
Because
People
it is
love
like
it.
black and white TV to 4K.
You want to hear it?
That's how different. Yes, we do.
Yeah, you want to? I know you're so right. It is black and white to 4K. Like, it's literally that big of a difference. We'll do it's hard to show you sound over your television because it goes through a little speaker here and then, you know, through the airwaves from our studios in Florida. But we're going to do our best. So the first thing you're going to hear, in fact, I'm going to start it right now. This is Bose sound. And you'll see, we'll put a little banner up down here. Yeah, Bose sound. And I'm going to be quiet for a minute. You hear all the different levels, right? And it's gonna start over. We're gonna keep listening to Bose sound for a minute because I want you to hear the juxtaposition between Bose sound and just the television sound. So again,
and by the way, this is a nice TV.
Oh yeah, no, it's a super nice TV, and a lot of us can afford nice TVs now because they've come down in price so much. But their speakers are still these crappy $5 speakers that they make in China. Quite frankly, I mean, not to be too blunt about it, but it's true. So. This is Bose sound. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my remote, and I'm going to mute the Bose speaker. Now, here's what's wild. This is through the TV. I'm turning the TV speaker up literally about as loud as it goes. You see on the side here
Wow.
that's the number, and this is what your husband does all day long. He turns it up and he turns it up. So that's with the TV speaker at 80. You can barely hear it, right? Now, ready to hear the breadth and the wideness and the depth of the sound? So this is TV sound. We're gonna go to Bose sound. Drop the mic, right? I mean, the difference, even, again, through a little lavalier mic, through all of the airwaves, through whatever little television speaker you're working on right now or listening to. And just to be clear, what I said earlier about TV speakers, it's just that when they sell TVs, people buy TVs because of what they look like. When you walk into the store, you walk in, you go, oh my God, that picture is gorgeous. Nobody goes, but can I hear some dialogue? Can I hear some children speak, right? No, nobody does that. And they're thin, and the speakers can't have much depth. But here, listen to the Bose sound for a minute. I mean, it opened up this whole world. Now I'm gonna just, all I'm doing is muting the Bose sound, so you'll hear it now only through the television speaker.
And it's still up, the volume's still
literally,
up.
you know what, I will turn it up just for demonstration purposes. I would never do this in real life. That's literally as high as it goes. That's the TV speaker at 100, and that's the difference between TV sound and Bose. And the Bose is up halfway. It's not just loudness, though. I just want to be clear about that. Let me pause this for a minute so I'm not shouting over it. It's not just volume. It's clarity, right? So the depth of sound and the field of sound and the really high trebly stuff and the really low bassy kind of stuff and that whole range of sound is made so much better by the Bose speaker, which is really compact and really out of the way, but it's still so much deeper and can have such a deeper speaker bed and processor and all of that. This is all Bose sound, of course. I'm actually gonna pause the video for a sec. Than the television can have, because the television is just so thin, and again, because the TV manufacturers don't focus on sound, they focus on picture. Right. And then we should talk again about dialogue mode, which changes the whole game.
Yeah, and again, it could be, honest to goodness, save a marriage. It did mine, and I know that sounds a little extreme, but I would get so upset, and then he would get mad at me, and I'd be like, honey, you gotta turn the TV down. It's just piercing my ears. It's so loud, and it's such horrible sound. He's like, but I can't hear their voices. I can't hear what they're saying. So he'd crank it up. We would battle back and forth, and it was miserable. And I want to spend time with my husband. I don't get to spend much time with him, so I want to spend time with him, but I would end up having to leave the room, or he would get really upset and turn it down, and then he couldn't enjoy it. It really was. It was a constant battle in our house to fight with that volume of TV. And then when I learned that Bose it's so simple. It's on the app. It's one little kink on the app, and the app's brilliant.
I'll show you guys.
And that's, I did it once, and I've never touched the app again because it's taken care of the problem. And now we can hear distinctly all the talking, all the actors, all those sounds are now much more distinct because of that little thing.
So there's this little app because, you know, I've said so far we've talked about this as a television speaker, and it is, but it's not just that. This connects to your phone or your tablet or whatever via Bluetooth as well. So if you want to listen to Spotify, you want to listen to your podcast, you want to listen to NPR, you want to do your gaming on it, it has a voice assistant, a smart voice assistant built in. You can use it with Google or you can use it with Apple. One of the things that Suzanne is talking about right now, if I go to audio, very simple app, there's 4 buttons, right? Power, source, I'm gonna change the source in a minute so that we're gonna listen to some music from the phone. Group, and then right down here is audio. I'm gonna press audio, and one of the first things, if you're putting your speaker on a wall, you can equalize it that way. Dialogue mode, and what that says is, dialogue mode adjusts the tonal balance of your speakers to improve the clarity of spoken words in things like movies, television shows, and podcasts. So to Suzanne's point, you know, especially when there's a lot going on in the show, when it's an action show, when things are blowing up, when there's accents. I love to watch anything on the British broadcasts, you know, right?
Yeah, BBC.
BBC's fantastic. That's one of my favorite things, but the accents make it so much harder to hear. When you turn on dialogue mode, things like accents, things like consonants are enhanced, things like children's voices, which are often, you know, softer and hard, those are all so much clearer. So dialogue mode is built in. You can see here as well, you can even adjust, most people wouldn't do this, the bass, the treble, the center channel. I mean, this is I have to remind you, this is Bose and this is a full sound bar. Bose sound bars, $700, $800, all day long. This soundbar at the everyday price at $450, it's the best deal you'll see on a Bose soundbar, but today, it's the best value we've ever done. It's a whole different thing.
We actually have taken it down $200 off that. It is the lowest price we've ever done. And remember, it's got all the latest features. There's features on here that even, and I love mine. You know what? It is hard to even watch a TV that doesn't have a Bose soundbar on it now. And do we have an extra TV? Do we have one in the bedroom? Completely different experience. It's like driving in a really nice luxury car and then getting in your car. You're like, oh, my friend has this really nice car, and then I get in my car. It's like, not so good. It really makes a dramatic difference. And I also love the fact you can listen to everything you love on your Bose.
That's what I'm doing right now. I wanted to just kind of take a moment to point that out to you guys. So I'm just playing music from my phone now. So if you got your Spotify or your Pandora or whatever it is, or just your own songs, and I'm going to be quiet for just a minute. Hard for me to do, but I want you to just hear the quality of the sound for a second. I mean, you talk about setting the mood for your party. So you got graduations coming up, and you've got summer coming up, and this is the speaker. Like, here's an example that I use. I'm going to pause this for a sec. In my house, maybe I watch TV a couple hours a day, but I have sound in my house all day long, every day,
yes,
right? I love to listen to NPR in the morning. I listen to it for hours a day. I love to listen to music while I'm cooking, while I'm exercising, while I'm getting work done on the computer, while I'm studying for my products. I listen to my music out of here all day. And then at night, when I have a couple hours to sit down and watch TV, I do that. That's great. But this isn't just, to be clear, while we certainly talk about this a lot as a television speaker, it's not just a television speaker. It's very much your speaker for your home all day long.
And if you want voice assist, that's pretty cool too. Yeah. We set it up and then we decided for privacy purposes we didn't want it. Fine, you don't have to use it. But it's cool it's in there. You can say, hey, what's the weather gonna be like?
Sorry.
Hey, what's the score of the game or what have you. So it does have voice assist built in, super advanced features. But if you just want the best sound you've ever heard in your life, it's a Bose. It's funny, we have 3 Bose. We have the little one that's waterproof, the little puck speaker. Love that baby.
Yeah, I've sold that with you before. You were passionate about that.
I love that thing. And do you know that was $100 to buy just this little puck thing, right? Just teeny
size of a coaster.
Thing. That was $99.95. I'll never forget. We have the Bose Wave, which is the unit, the unit that's got the alarm clocks and all that in it.
CD player.
And we have our latest purchase was the soundbar. This I love them all. They're all for different purposes, but this soundbar is where it's at. And even if you don't have the awful problem like I do in my house, where my husband refuses to get hearing aids, okay, let's be honest. It still makes your watching experience so enveloping. Like the big game seems bigger. Yeah. You know what I mean? The movie soundtrack is so much better. You get chills because when the train goes by, it sounds like, well, the train is going by. It's really just enhancing something that you don't realize how important it is until you have it. And then when you don't have it, you go, oh man, that's just not as good.
It's not the full experience.
You can listen to Star Wars on your normal TV and then listen to it on Bose, and it's a whole new experience.
It's like you've never watched the movie before. It's
exactly right.
Same
You're
thing
exactly
with music.
Right.
If
and
you
the
have
little nuance you'll hear, like the background noises of the little weird creatures and the scenes, and all of a sudden you go, I never knew that creature made that sound in that scene.
Sound designers are so talented. I've had such a good experience in my career to work with incredible sound people and incredible musicians. And I'll tell you what, they're so good at what they do, but you can't hear it all if you don't have a full range of sound. That's what you get with the soundbar. We're gonna spend, I know it's not Christmas, I know, though I could listen to Christmas music all year, I would be very happy to do that. I wanna spend just a minute listening. So this is with Bose sound, okay? I mean, his voice is so ridiculous, right? Just incredible. Let your heart be light. So that's with Bose sound. Now, I'm just gonna pause the Bose sound, mute the Bose speaker. So this is TV sound. So with Bose sound, we'll go back to with Bose sound, which is just a little more clearly, okay. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And then without. Let your heart. You can certainly still hear it. His voice is still beautiful, but the size of the sound, the depth of the sound, the warmth of the sound. I'll go back to Bose sound. All of a sudden there's bass there. All of a sudden there's nuance there that you just don't get when you're just listening to your television. And then on top of that, when you're listening to something with dialogue, which is key here, there's this whole dialogue mode that makes the dialogue clearer, that makes the words clearer. So if you struggle to hear, what did they just what did they just say, especially in action movies and things with accents and things that have kids in them, and you're constantly asking, poking whoever's sitting next to you, can we rewind it or can we turn on the captions? You don't have to do that. With dialogue mode built in, you'll be able to hear what they're saying so much more clearly.
And just to add this too, with our FlexPay, you're getting it home with a major credit card. It's going to be $50 and it's free shipping. Lowest price we've ever done. This is like such a steal of a deal, honest to goodness, on this soundbar. You'll love it. You don't have to keep upgrading it every year or every 5 years. When Bose makes something, they make it to last. I know people have written us and said their original Bose systems are working.
The Bose Wave music systems, they've had them since like 1994.
Yeah, it's like
crazy,
it's and it's still working. So once you buy it, and it doesn't have a bunch of moving parts like a computer or something that's got to wind up, because it's a speaker.
Yeah.
So you literally will buy this tonight for $50 and free shipping on FlexPay and love it for years and years and years and years. Yeah, it's no need to upgrade. I'm doing it every 2 years like your stupid
When you
phone.
buy Bose, you're buying literally, the best sound quality in the world. So congratulations if you picked it up tonight.
All right, thank you so much, Aaron,
Always
for
good
being
to see you,
here
Suze.
on
Thanks.
Friday night. All right, guys, come with me. I'm going to show you a couple things that we featured in our 2 hours. In case you